Good afternoon, people. How are you all doing? Everybody's good? Okay, today we're gonna do two-part video, right? I'd like to say we because I know you guys are not doing the video, but then I believe we're all part of this team. We're the family. We are the family of Godfather, so we all are in this for a ride, right? So yes, it's gonna be two-part video. I did a video in the morning, I think around like 11 a.m. but then something happened. I changed my mind. I'm like, nah, not gonna upload it. It's just my mind. So what you're gonna do today is, as I promised you before, I'm gonna do first part. As you can see from the title, this is gonna be technology, about technology, just few talks. Second part, I'm gonna show you one fragrance that I promised before. Let's keep my word. Man should always keep his word. That's a sign of a man. We're gonna look at this very reasonably priced fragrance, Perry Ellis M, all right, which is said to be a very good clone or alternative for Chanel Allure Homme, all right, the original Allure Homme, as well as it has vibes from Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, right? So you're gonna be looking at that, the comparison, and I'm gonna tell you if it's good, is it worth your time, money, or the juice, if it's worthy of, putting on your skin, right? Okay, that's the second part. Let me show you the scent of the day. Or before scent of the day, yesterday my sweetheart, my beautiful lady, she's like somehow sensed it. I was like not really well, psychologically not doing so good, and she comes up with not one but two bottles as a gift. Crazy. She's like, I have no words to explain, just she cares. She's a keeper, by the way. Right, so the bottle she gifted me, some of you must have seen the post in my group and read a lessons also. The first one is one very unique and daring scent. I would say, as far as I say, it's a love or hate. Very polarizing scent. Decibel from the house of Azzaro. Very unique looking bottle, as you can see. It looks like a mic, right? You're cold. Oh no, I'm not gonna try singing, don't worry. This is one, and as well as she got me one of the fragrances which is in my list. Yeah, this is a piece of paper and my shitty handwriting, right? Here is basically what is. The first part is the things that's left in my list to buy, which I classified as must buy, right? Okay, good effect, right? Second part, there are some fragrances I'm not quite sure if I want to buy them or not. They're like maybes. So as you can see, one of them got cancelled out. And guess what she did? She went to my cover photo where I put all the pictures as a collage, and then like she saw this fragrance and she paid. This is Kuros from the house of YSL. She got this for me, 100 ml. Both are 100 ml bottles. Crazy lady, I'm telling you. But then yeah, she cares. Telling you right away. If you have a lady like that who understands you, who gets you, never let her go. Right. So yes, so very soon I'm going to be talking about this. I'm very excited. So I don't want to do the review within excitement, to do very fast, like reckless job where I'm going to miss out the points. Lot of talk for both these fragrances. I'm telling you, both of them have a lot of details to cover, a lot of things to be talked about, especially this one. This is one of the most iconic fragrances, like changed the game in the 80s. This was Kuros. It was released in the year of my birth, 1981. So as you can see, kind of like I kind of grew up with this kind of sense in my childhood, right? People around me, guys around me, uncles, people like my dad, they used to wear fragrances like this, right? So yeah, I want to do a proper job, so I'll be reviewing this soon, right? So I just want to take some time, right? So yes, also happens to be just after the shower, Kuros, the King Kuros. This is my scent of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sprays with this because I love this scent that much. All right. Many of you are thinking like, oh shit, what's this guy talking about? I'll tell you when I review it, right? Okay. So let's talk about briefly. I'm gonna make it not very long video. I'll try at least. Let's talk about technology. All right. Is technology bad or good? All right. I don't have any notes prepared. This is one of the talks I'm gonna just deliver, right, without any sort of notes or previously thought, like, and I didn't plan this, but I just thought this topic is so important in our lives. Some of you might find it relevant to you, right? Like in our lives. So technology, is it a bad thing, right? There's so many things to be covered. I'm pretty sure I cannot even cover even like a bit, but I'll just try to cover whatever thoughts in my head. So when you're kids, I'm 80s baby, right? You guys, some of you are 90s, some of you are born after 90s, so different age. So I'm gonna be talking to mostly the people who are who think about life. Okay, this video is for you guys. All right. These days, a lot of people, a lot of us are confused. We are lost. We sometimes don't see our purpose in life. We don't see what you're doing, and then we are very disturbed. We are, some of us are really sick in brains, like, you know, we have some, you know, sort of a, not condition, I wouldn't say condition. Some of us sometimes get like lose it, you know, get so angry, we get agitated, we misbehave with people, sometimes we get into depression. These are all real, right? People cannot see how it really torments you, but they are real. The pain is real, right? So what I'm trying to say, the technology actually has something to do with this whole being, well-being, or, you know, not so well-being in our lives. All right, it has something to do with that state. So technology in general is not a bad thing. Definitely technology is never a bad thing. Back in the time when they innovated like bulbs, lights, electricity, cars, or phones from time to time, do you think those are bad innovations? No. But yes, at times, when back in the time when people were like old days, people would be like believing in stars, science and witchcraft and whatnot. That time, if someone as a scientist came up, people would crucify them, right? Because they believe those are witchcraft, or those people are doing like bad things to hurt their religious faith or their in general faith, whatever. So they would kill them, sometimes poison them, or like charge them with treason and whatnot. But nowadays we see all the innovations we have. Yes, modern version right now, we have the very modern aeroplanes, you know, we can travel within the world matter of hours, and very good comfy business class. We have a lot of these technologies. See, I'm not very good with technology at this moment. I feel like last 10 or 20 years I've been missing a lot of things. I am not a geek for gadgets, games. Right away, I'm telling you, I'm not a very modern person. I don't know much about all this editing, all of these reviewers. Many of reviewers very good with that, you know, editing. They're good with camera work, they're good with lighting, photography and whatnot. I do like photography, but casually with my phone, sometimes with my digital camera. That's it, that's about it, right? But the thing is, I always felt technology was never a bad thing. Okay, it's us human beings who are the ones, I would say, messed it up, used it wrong, didn't understand the concept, and we were lazy motherfuckers. That's what happened with us, right? I'm sorry, I am using some curse words in this video, and I do apologize, because this topic really makes me feel very angry. Just give you some examples. These days, people talk about it. You go to a restaurant, what do? With your friends, family, sweetheart, whatever you go with, everybody has a set of handphone. People will be like, yeah, okay, order for me a steak. All right, sure. Yeah, go. You guys know the scenario. Second, you'll see most of the babies, the mothers, they are busy with on their phone, with their colleagues, with their friends, while the babies are watching the iPad cartoon, and they're like, and I'm not gonna say I'm out of this. Even my family was. It's these days babies, you know, they have very little offered for, you know, like growing up, whatever the essentials. These days it's hard to come by because everybody is so busy, right? So also you'll see like parents who are very busy in their lives. They just are never there for the kids. They never listen to the kids. They never ever try to understand. They just find out, oh, kids done something later wrong, because they have been not taught, right? Like for example, you see India. I am gonna give example right away. Women are being raped and abused, or, you know, like physically abused whenever there's New Year, some party going on. There'll be men like animals, and they'll be like touching women, raping them, groping them. You've seen videos emerging, right? Not only India, all of the world it happening. Why does it happen? Do you think literally human beings are born like that? No. It's that like, you know, how you're brought up, what kind of education you're given, if your family is educated or not. Education plays a very vital role, not just the part of your certificate. Certificate does shit nothing for you. It just helps you to get a job or recommendation, just for mental satisfaction or achievement to be shown on a piece of paper. But education, what it really does is it teaches you a lot of values. Back in our time, the teachers used to talk about like you know, what you're supposed to do as a member of society, what are your ethical values, moral values, some religious, whatever religion you follow, how you should treat your elders, how you should treat your women. These are the things you learn. These are the teachings that you remember. You don't, I'm pretty sure you don't remember any formula of Pythagoras theorem, or your chemistry or physics rule, this and that. Unfortunately, I remember some of Newton's laws. I know the apple falls from the tree, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, yummy. So that's as far as I take it, right? But of course, no disrespect. All the scientists, they're good, but that sort of education, that sort of care, time spent with the children from any level, your guardians, you talk about teachers, you talk about your elders, like brothers, sisters. If you don't have enough time to spend with your kids, and you give them at the end of the time, a year for Christmas, you give them very nice, expensive gift, PlayStation, you give them a nice baseball bat or something like a very something they want, and then the moment they forget, they're like, wow, thank you so much, you're the greatest mom or dad in the world, right? You give them, the ladies, the girls, you give them some dolls and whatnot, I don't know, whatever, like iPads. They want the latest iPhone. They have a new iPhone 7, but they want the iPhone 7 Edge, whatever, the plus. I told you I'm not good with this, but whatever. What my point is, how we are messing up, not realizing technology, we can use it to our advantage. Back in the time, right, 90s, 80s, we also wanted to make friends worldwide, because where I grew up, I don't know about rest of the world, where I grew up in Bangladesh and in Malaysia also, we used to write letters, like real life letters. So, you take a goddamn piece of paper, hi dear blah blah, very rural, very sort of like village people kind of thing. Many of you like, oh, you write letters, how old fashioned. Guess what, I'm very proud of that era, I'm very proud of that time, because I still have many of those letters from my friends, from well-wishers, someone I used to care about. When I read them, brings back memories. That time we really used to connect, because we took that time. We didn't simply say LOL, miss you actually, and you're like laughing out loud, you're like this, LOL. You don't even know what LOL means, right? So we now became so glued inside that we're living in Facebook, Twitter. These are all good, these are not bad, but we got addicted. A few days back I saw this video, forgot the guy's name, genius guy, he is wearing specs and all. He was saying, what's wrong with our society today? Why are you so insecure? Why are you so scared to go out there and compete with the real world? Why are we so hesitant to mix and mingle with new people, make new friends in real life? What we really want, we want like online dating, we want Tinder, we want matchmaking, blah blah, and we then, we believe everything is within like seeing. You guys know, back in the days, people used to live in two different countries. Very rarely you see it these days. I'll give an example. One of our reviewers, Mr. Matt, right? You guys know Mr. Matt. He is from UK. He's a reviewer. He is from England, and his girlfriend is from States. And then he took a trip to US. He to shoot videos, and they have such a nice relationship. This is what you call a relationship. Long distance, short distance, doesn't matter. You don't have to be physically there to feel. Nowadays, it's all about insecurities. What is my man doing? What is my girl doing? Is she cheating? Is he cheating? Because this is what we've been taught. This is what the years of negligence caused us. Because we are given easy gifts, technology, whatever, we don't have to crave for anything. Rich people, that they're just like, oh, here's son, here's a brand new car, key for you at 16th birthday. When we were 16, we really have to beg to get a cricket bat. Like I used to be a cricketer, to get a cricket bat or anything like I really want, like shoes or something. So we used to really appreciate. Don't spoil your kid. Don't also neglect your kid being selfish pricks as parents. If you don't know what you're supposed to do as parents, I'm not a parent, but I can tell, I can relate. All right? Don't be such douchebags that you are so busy with your world and you don't care about anyone else. If you're insane, that's a different thing. But if you know what you're doing, you're neglecting your kid, they want to play with you. Instead, what you do is, okay, you were allowed to go and watch your cartoon. You can go and go out with your boys and whatnot. What they're gonna do? They're gonna find out some company. If they're not lucky, they're gonna find out some dipshit companies. They're gonna be drinking, doing drugs, being no manners guys. They'll be like gangsters. They're going and teasing girls, very likely, right? And they're gonna be treating people like shit because that's the kind of manners they picked out from outside. which is a sad case because you are the one who is supposed to teach them the manners, right? You're supposed to be the one who listen to the kids. So you are doing the damage in those kids, and you blame them later when they fuck up, right? That is the saddest thing. You see those kids picking up guns and shooting in the airports and shit. You have seen young people, they go fucked up in their brains, army people here and there. They don't have anything in their lives. They feel sick inside because they are not well. Who are responsible? Is the technology? No, technology is good. Back in the time we used to write letters, now we can write simply like emails, messages, we can do video chat, we can WhatsApp, we can Viber, everything. We can keep in touch with our families far distance. World has become a very small place, right? Yeah, many families doing all right. They're doing, keeping it proper tradition, no phones allowed, and they can be grounded. You need discipline as well. So technology is not a bad thing. What I'm going to finish with is, technology is not a bad thing. Technology is the tool. It can help you to make your life more convenient and easy. You can have a car to go from one place to another. You can have let's say what else, back in the days we didn't have mobile phones, right? Just example, the handphones. Back in the time we just had this one phone hanging on the wall with a huge cord, right? So nowadays you have a phone, very convenient. Use your phone for normal purposes. Make sure your phone serves the first purpose is call and text, right? Don't buy a phone to play games and then for other purposes and stuff, and always you're on the phone and your eyesight is gonna be shit, all right? As well as you're gonna be always addicted to the phone. That day the guy I was talking about, he said keep your phone charging not next to your head, keep it far away in a different room, so you don't have to constantly look at your phone every time. You can hear the notifications coming. I'm trying to get out of the addiction because I am victim of that kind of process as well, right? I'm not trying to claim that I'm better than anyone else. I feel sick, I feel agitated, right? I wish I had real people to talk to because yes, I do have friends and everything, but in real life we have lost all our friends. We have lost all the good things, good days, going out to a friend's place, hanging out with the guys without worrying, looking at the phone, someone call, girlfriend will call, blah blah, whatnot. Where's the brotherhood? Where are the times we're gonna go catch a drink, we're gonna go for a drive, ride, listening to music, sing our soul out? That's what we did. That was fun time, right? Now all you see is hatred, racism. We see, because it's coming from the ignorance. We don't teach our kids. In religious school they teach all the other people of different religion, different color are assholes. That's what's being taught. Okay, to young ones I'm saying you can still get better because whatever happened in the past, it's in the past. We cannot do anything about it. You guys are lucky because you can change the world today. What we couldn't do, what we're trying to do still. You guys can go out there, travel, get to know new people, get to know new cultures, get to know people like in person, know a real person, all right? Don't be too also impatient, like don't want everything shortcut, fast. Don't want go for things that can get easy. Don't go for easy love. Okay, I score with a chick, I won. You didn't win shit, all right? You won nothing. Try to know yourself first. Try to seek knowledge. Try to get to know great people, read good books, watch good movies, listen to music. Give food to your soul, all right? When you get to know yourself, you get to love yourself. When you can love yourself, you can love others. And you can get loved by others. It will make so much better meaning in your life, all right? These are the things I want to talk about, just short talk. I still managed to go all the way to longer talk, but I don't care. Some of you might have listened to this and might give me piece of your thoughts also. I would appreciate it, right? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll come back the second episode. Perilous, all right? Watch out for that. Have a nice day, guys, or a good evening. Bye-bye.